What's up, everyone? I'm Will, and welcome to Hollywood Multipass. I just watched this movie the other day, and I have to talk about it. This is Brawl in Cell Block 99.
Don't tell me my business. I do things direct, and I have a system.
Won't last forever.
Minimum freedom.
I'm not going to tell you anything you want to hear. And prison will give me plenty of time to look at guys I don't like.
From the director of Bone Tomahawk starring Kurt Russell, S. Craig Zahler brings that same great storytelling to his second film, Brawl in Cell Block 99. The movie is about Bradley Thomas, who tries to turn his life around, but living honestly isn't cutting it, and it definitely isn't paying the bills. Bradley goes back to being a drug mule making pickups and deliveries, and it pays significantly more. But because of a pickup gone bad and the millions lost in the deal, Bradley is forced to make it up by taking someone out in maximum security prison in Cell Block 99. And if he doesn't do it, his wife and unborn child will have to pay for the costly debt. The film stars Jennifer Carpenter from Dexter, Don Johnson, one of the kings of cool from the late 80s in Miami Vice. Most of you will probably recognize him as the racist plantation owner in Django Unchained. But the standout performance comes from Vince Vaughn. You mostly know Vince Vaughn for his more comedic roles in Wedding Crashers, Old School, Dodgeball, and a more serious turn in Hacksaw Ridge. But this, without a doubt, is his best performance I've ever seen from him in a movie. No question, hands down. He brings so much to his character Bradley Thomas in such subtle ways. He plays a guy you wouldn't want to take on in a fight and a man who rarely shows his emotions. Vince Vaughn is a tall dude in real life, about 6'5", and they use that to great effect in the film, showing how big and capable this guy is against his would-be opponents. He's built like a backwoods tank, and he doesn't go down easy. But he's not just some idiot with brute strength. Bradley is both smart and intuitive. He's well aware of his actions and the consequences of those actions, from the beginning of the film to the end of the film. I've mentioned this before in another movie, and I'll probably mention it again. But the movie poses that age-long question, how far are you willing to go for love? And for once in a movie, this is a scenario that I know most of you probably wouldn't do for your loved one. There are so many variables and a sense of uncertainty when he has to make these tough choices. But even with all the doubt that I would certainly have, he goes through with it, making decisions most people wouldn't because of his love for his pregnant wife and his unborn child. This movie is not for the weak of heart or the easily squeamish. Having said that, let me explain that I don't like Saw or Hostel or any movie that has people being tortured in it. So if you think this is that kind of movie, it's not. Being set in a prison, you might think this is going to have some steamy shower scene where somebody drops the soap or something. This isn't that kind of movie either. Prison is just the backdrop for the movie, and the brutality and violence is used to service the story. I only mention this because there might be some misconceptions of the movie poster or what you've heard about the movie that you might think it's more than what it actually is. If you've seen the violence in John Wick or Game of Thrones or The Walking Dead, then you're going to be used to this. It's not going to be a big deal. Remember those fight scenes in John Wick 1, 2, or 3 where it made you go, oh, ah, oh my god. Yeah, you'll have the same reaction in this movie too. It's not the same precise fighting style as John Wick, but the sheer brutality that Bradley brings will get a reaction out of you. For myself, by the end of the movie, I was rooting for the violence and the brutality. I was practically yelling at the screen, do it! Do it! The pacing of the movie is a bit slower paced than what you're probably used to. This is a slow burn until the middle stages when it really picks up. But that doesn't stop Brawl in Cell Block 99 from being a captivating, tense, gritty, edge-of-your-seat film experience. And when I say edge of your seat, I mean it literally. There were moments in the movie where I was sitting back comfortably and I moved in closer to the edge of my seat because I was so interested in what Bradley was about to do or what he was about to go through. The slow building of the movie allowed me to feel what he was going through more thoroughly and made certain events more impactful. In terms of style, I was getting a lot of early John Carpenter vibes. It very much feels like those 70s Grindhouse films, but with a more serious and dramatic tone. I really liked S. Craig Zahler's Bone Tomahawk with Kurt Russell returning to another Western, but I loved Brawl in Cell Block 99. It showed me how great of a director S. Craig Zahler is, and now I can't wait to watch his next movie and anything he's working on. For me, it's a modern masterpiece in storytelling that every filmmaker can learn from. Carried by an outstanding award-worthy performance from Vince Vaughn, with great direction and writing from S. Craig Zoller. This movie came out in 2017, so it's not exactly new, but it's still one of the best films I've seen in a long while. Brawl in Cell Block 99 is definitely worth a buy. I saw it on Amazon Prime, so if you have that subscription service, it's definitely worth a watch. And that's my review for Brawl in Cell Block 99. Have you seen it? What did you think of it? What's your favorite Vince Vaughn movie? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, like and share the video, and I'll see you next time on Hollywood Multipass.